Welcome to Summary Statistics with Sophie and Beth. Today, we're going to show you how to determine the mean, median and mode from a range of numbers and scores. Comprehend a range of graphs and calculate standard deviation. Our first image focuses on the mode. The mode is the most commonly occurring score from a range of numbers. To calculate the mode, you can arrange your scores in ascending or descending order like we have here, and from there search for the most commonly occurring number. Mean is the average number. You can discover this by dividing the sum of all the data values by the total number of data values. In layman's terms, add all the scores together and divide them by the total amount of scores that are there. The median is the middle score, discovered only after all the scores are arranged in ascending order from lowest to highest. As can be seen by the red circle from this image, the median of these scores is 6. For the next few slides, I'll just let you read them because we're going to go over time if I explain them step by step. But you can pause the video if you need more time, but in the meantime enjoy some elevator music. In the next few slides, we focus on the median in stem and leaf plots and cumulative frequency graphs and tables. Stem and leaf plots may be confusing to read, so let's explain them. In the stem column are the 10 units such as 10, 20, 30 and so on, and in the leaf column are the 1 units such as 1, 2, 3 and so on. To find the median of these plots, you count how many scores there are. Then divide that number by 2 to find where that number is located. When referring to a group data table, you have to look at the frequency more than the scores. The frequency shows us how many times that score has occurred. To find the median, you must add up all the numbers in the frequency column. Then divide that by 2 and see where that number is located in the frequency column. Measures of location is just a fancy term to say mean, mode and median. To find the mode for frequency columns, look at the frequency column and distinguish the highest score. For stem and leaf plots, look for the number that occurs the most. For mean, please refer to the statistical functions on the calculator mean grouped slide. For median, please refer to the median from stem and leaf plots and cumulative frequency. The standard deviation is a measure of how spread out numbers are. It is the square root of the variance, and the variance is the average of the squared differences from the mean. Essentially, it is a measure of the dispersion of a set of data from its mean. Here we have the first step to using the spreadsheet formulae. For example, place random numbers from A1 to A10 and B1 to B10 for our data set. Then go to column D and type equals sum bracket A1, B1 bracket. The result you should receive is the sum of 76 plus 82. Now click and hold your mouse button down. Drag the cursor down to the last row with the data and then let go at the end. Excel should change and reflect the values in the other rows, rather than just showing you the same A1 plus B1 all the way down. Instead, you'll see A2 plus B2, A3 plus B3 and so on. The count and count A function counts the number of cells used. The difference between count and count A is that count only counts the cells that only have numbers, and counter counts cells that contain text and numbers. Next up are the average, median and mode functions. In newer versions of Excel, you have mode.sngl and mode.mult. Because there could be more than one number that is the most common number in a set of numbers. We used B2 to B12 for the range in the example below. This concludes how to do summary statistics in a spreadsheet. Again, for this slide we will go over time if we explain everything. So please pause the video if you would like and enjoy some more elevator music. An outlier is defined as a value that lies outside most of the other values in a set of data. For example, in the scores 25, 29, 4, 95 and 33. Both 4 and 95 are outliers. Outliers are found by multiplying the interquartile range by 1.5, then adding the result to Q3 and subtracting it from Q1. Q1 and Q3 are representations of the interquartile range, Q1 meaning the first quartile, and Q3 being the last. Here we have our first HSC question. The question reads, the eye colors of a sample of children is recorded. When analyzing this data, which of the following can be found? A. Mean, B. Median, C. Mode and D. Range. The answer is mode, because it is the only measure of location which can be used for categorical data. The mean is the average of numerical scores and this is categorical data, so this can't be used. The median is the middle score and doesn't give us an accurate reading of the data. Since there is no order to the data, this can't be used. The range is the lowest score minus the highest score, and since the starter has no numerical score, this can't be used. Here is our second HSC question. The question gives us a table to read. The questions underneath are related to this table. The first question underneath the table asks us how many students were surveyed. You can figure this out by adding up the numbers in the total columns. The second question asks the probability of one female being selected randomly that uses a prepaid phone. You find this out by using the number in the female prepaid box and dividing by the total amount of females that took the survey, then multiplying it by 100 to get the percentage. The third question asks us to add 10 male students into the plan box, then asks us for the percentage of male students on a plan. To do this, you have to add 10 to the total number of male students on a plan and the total number of male students overall. Then, similar to the second question, you use the number of male students on a plan, then divide it by the total number of male students, then multiply it by 100 to get the percentage. This concludes our wonderful presentation on summary statistics. If you have any further questions, please don't ask us, because we will most likely not know the answers, but go to the teachers instead. Thank you for sitting through this and enjoy the rest of your day.